Welcome to the Fatherhood Fitness Podcast. I'm your host, Anthony Pluff. Each week, we will cover various topics that dads struggle with in their fitness journey. I'll give you actionable steps that you can apply right away, not only to take back control of your own health, but so you're able to be a better example for your kids too. All right, so the weekend is typically the downfall for many fat loss goals, and I'm guilty as well. There's a lot of times where I do really well during the week, but if I go out of town on the weekend, both my wife and I's families live out of town. So if we go out of town, it's much harder to control what I'm eating, especially if I'm not the one cooking. So I know how difficult that can be. Now, losing body fat is definitely a process, and during so, it's going to take some changes to your regular habits. So, I'm going to give you 10 practical tips that you can implement right away to help you stay on track this weekend. Number one, make sure to have protein at every meal. Now, this is important all the time, but on the weekends, when you're not in your normal routine, you're going to be tempted by other foods. But if you're having enough protein at each meal, it can help keep you a little bit more full, help keep you on track, and that way we're not overeating. Number two, make sure that you have water with every meal. Now, just like with protein, we want to make sure that we are doing this regularly, but a lot of times our hunger or our dehydration can be disguised as hunger. So if we don't have enough water in us, then we're going to eat a little bit more to kind of fill that void, fill that feeling there. But if we're slowing down, if we're drinking water, it's going to be harder to eat as much food. So we're going to try and make sure that we're drinking water with each meal, preferably before and then after as well. Number three, we're going to schedule our exercise. So we're going to exercise on the weekend. It might not sound fun, but if you work out on Saturday, if you work out on any day, there's a greater chance you're going to stick to your diet. So we're going to try and schedule a workout on Saturday. Number four, do your best to sleep 7 to 9 hours. If you have young kids, obviously this is going to be tough, and sleep is hard to come by no matter the age of your kids. But trying to get enough sleep is going to be crucial to make sure that we can stay on track, to make sure our body's recovering. And also, lack of sleep leads to the feeling of being hungry as well, so we can overeat if we don't get enough sleep. Number five, we're going to meal prep. Now, if you're not the one making the meals, this is going to be more difficult, but do your best to control what you can. And if you're going out to eat, go ahead and look up the menu online beforehand, plan out what you're going to eat. So that way you're not impulse eating, you're not just figuring things out on the go. You have a plan. Number six, plan ahead. Plan ahead your workouts, plan ahead your meals. Kind of like what we talked about. If it's on the schedule, there's a greater chance it's going to get done. Number seven, take time to unwind and relax. You worked hard this week. It's okay to relax. You don't have to be on your game all the time. It's important to relax, to recover. That way you can stick to the process longer and with much less effort. Number eight, don't binge eat or drink. You're going to be tempted after working so hard during the week to just eat as quickly as possible. Or maybe if you go out with your friends, you go out with maybe somebody's watching your kids and you and your wife are going out with some of your friends. It's going to be tempting to drink and eat a little bit more, but do your best to stay in control. Number nine, fill up on veggies. Veggies are a great way to get a lot of food in to help fill you up, and they're lower in calories. So fill up on veggies. Number 10, log your food intake. This is going to help keep you accountable. Now, you can use something like MyFitnessPal. You can take pictures and keep a food log. You can write it down. There's lots of different ways. There's not just one way to track your food. These were 10 tips to help keep you on track this weekend. Hopefully this was helpful. If you have any suggestions or things that work well for you, let me know. And just to recap, number one, make sure you have protein at every meal. Number two, water with every meal. Number three, try your best to exercise. Number four, do your best to sleep 7 to 9 hours. Number five, meal prep. 6, plan ahead, workouts, meals. Number 7, take time to unwind and relax. Number 8, do your best to not binge eat or drink. Number 9, fill up on veggies. And number 10, log your food intake to help keep yourself accountable. That concludes this episode of the Fatherhood Fitness Podcast. Thank you for those of you who took time out of your busy schedules to listen. If you have any questions or comments or an idea for a topic for a future episode, please feel free to reach out, and I'd love to hear from you.